Hello everybody, and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Leaf. Welcome Amiibo. It's the evening. We have a letter from Jeremiah again. So Steven, I love watching birds in town. Seems like they're always chirping. Wonder if they write letters to each other too. But they have great airmail service. I mean, they might. Really depends on, what bird is carrying the mail. Yeah, I figured I would do another more or less evening episode, because, like, I just like this time of day. I mean, I prefer later, but retail closes at 11, so the time of day I like the most, which is like midnight to 2 a.m., isn't really a viable time. Unless I enact Night Owl Ordinance. I know that's not what it's called, but y'all know what I mean by that. The Night Ordinance. The opposite of the ordinance I currently have running. Weed. I also really don't know what to talk about today. I've not really done much. Like, I played some Star Trek Online. It's Star Trek. Actually, thinking of Star Trek, I'm gonna go on a bit of a nerd rant here, and it's more on a what some fans call an inconsistency, or laziness, or oh man, Starfleet being bad kind of thing. With the Dominion War arc in Deep Space Nine, which is most of Deep Space Nine. They're basically, to explain for people who don't know anything about Star Trek, there is a station called Deep Space Nine. How could you guess? That is basically sitting next to a permanent wormhole that leads to another massive quadrant of space. That being the Delta Quadrant. In the Delta Quadrant is the Dominion. Evil buggers if you ever did see them. Though, how evil they really are is up for debate. But basically, this wormhole is how the Alpha Quadrant and Delta Quadrant connect. This is an important thing to note. Because it's commonly brought up that, basically the question of, man, why doesn't Starfleet have a standing fleet at Deep Space Nine? Like, they know the Dominion's a threat. Why don't they field a fleet? And it simply comes down to the logistics of it. And we can use real-world examples for this. During the Falklands conflict in real life, the Chileans, in a way to assist the British without... Well, goodbye, Pillbug. Without directly assisting the British, because they needed to keep their involvement secret, deployed troops to the Argentinian border in the mountains, forcing the Argentinians to do the same. Because the unprepared army is the one that loses. If the Argentinians hadn't deployed troops to their border, with Chile, there's a good chance that the Chileans could have just invaded and conquered a part of the country before the Argentinians could have reacted. So hello, Phineas. Hello there, youngster. I find the stillness of the night to be quite calming. Something you needed. May I have a badge? Okay, you want a badge, do you? Let's see. What kind of badge best suits you? I see. Ark, you've been getting your hands on a fair number of items. This old man is a bit jealous, just thinking about how much variety there must be in your shopping catalog. The perfect badge for you. Hoarder badge? Keep being good, the badge man. I'll bring you a new badge. The Catalog Maniac Bronze Badge. Badges are like proof of your life experiences. You do lots of different things in your life to collect lots of different badges. Alright, so that's all he's got for us. I had been talking to him multiple times, and then he didn't have multiple badges for me, and then he did have multiple badges, like a day or so, like a little while back. A day or so. I think it might be a week ago at this point. All items are half price. That's pretty neat. It's not like I really have space for that. I also never put the song in the radio. I should actually do that really quick. But I'm already out here, so I may as well just keep doing daily stuff. I also still need to talk to Gabby and why can I not think of his name? Mott! But, like, that's almost certainly why Starfleet did not station a fleet at Deep Space Nine. The heavily armed station was already provoking enough. They wouldn't want to promote the Dominion to do the same. That's what they didn't want the Dominion, who were the owners of the Delta Quadrant, to do. Like... Or not Delta. Gamma Quadrant. Delta Quadrant's where Voyager ended up. It's too many quadrants. It's too many quadrants, man. Anyone that's watched Star Trek was probably already like, it's the Gamma Quadrant, not the Deltas. Yeah, my brain got there. It got there in the end. It just took it a hot minute. But yeah, that's almost certainly the reason. And there's still people now that just don't think of that. And I feel like it's just simply because they're not insane like I am. Like, most people go through a phase where, like, they basically end up picking, you know, a period of history and focusing on it. And when I was younger, Age of Sail, all the way. Age of Discovery, Age of Sail. I love that. I love that crap. As I've gotten older, anything historical catches my interest. Literally anything. Let me guess, you want a fruit, Mott? Yo, Steven, let's play a game. Pretend we're big league general managers. Trade splendid tea. Okay. Sure, you can have the flea. Your team got a flea. That's... If you have fleas later, I'm not catching them. Carlos! Open to see you, genius. What's going on? Chat? The way my room looks for the most part, except the furniture just doesn't pop for me. Genius, can you help me out? I'm desperate for furniture. Like, you bring me a piece of furniture that fits my needs. We need something that screams Carlos. Gabby! Buns! Always got time for you, Pookies. What's going on, Fruit Bun? What's the latest? Totally no Lobo, right? Last time we were talking, our neighbor left something in my house. Could you return to his place? I'm just too busy. Yeah, I'll take care of it. I mean, he's probably, like, you know, just down here. But he's literally home. Lobo, I'm bringing you something from Gabby, who's too lazy to walk the extra, like, 10 steps. Hey, my man. That's all I'd say. What's up? Delivery time. He really likes that shirt. Huh? Someone left at Gabby's place. Oh, my diamond tea. I'm not gonna question why you were out of your shirt at Gabby's house. I'll just leave that there. Lobo, you're not helping. You're not helping. Oh, gods. Hey, Gabby. I delivered it. So make the delivery to Lobo for me. So how'd it go? Here's the story. Good, I'm glad we were able to return it to our neighbor. She's really set on that our neighbor bit. There's something going on between them two. Oh hey, Sahara's in town too. Okay. What's the deal? I mean, if I see any fossils along the way, Sahara, I'm gonna be digging them up. But like, or this weed. Gotta pluck the weed. There's also Jeremiah. I gotta talk with him. There, Dr. S. You having a good evening? So anyway, what's up? Let's chat. Haha, do you remember this? Take a look. It's my cool frog. This is the first letter you ever gave me. From before you were used to writing letters. I'm not used to writing letters. Yeah, it brings back memories of me trying to get fruit, and so far only getting one extra type, well, 2 extra types of fruit. Need something? Let's chat. Man, Mutt and Kurlos are real lucky to have each other as friends. Their personalities are so different, you wouldn't think it was possible. But somehow they make it work, sister. That is fair. I mean, there's that one singer who has the song, like, Opposites Attract. So, like, maybe that's what's going on. Yeah, I don't honestly know, but... Expect me to know things? Hey, I kept the floor from last time. She's the harmony. She is just the thing. There's your 3,000 bells. Make my home look good. But yeah, it's with Star Trek, it's almost a certainty that, like, the reason there was never a fleet around DS9 was budgetary constraints. But it also does have a practical reason. Like, you don't want to provoke your aggressive neighbors if you don't have to. Like, that's just kind of... Okay, I don't like the wall. The floor is kind of fine, though. I don't mind it. Like, the cracks add some personality to it. I kind of like that. But while we're home, let's come up here. And let's put KK Rock away. I mean, we've heard this plenty at Gabby's house. Not Gabby. Fuchsia. Yeah, Gabby. I wonder if we gave Gabby a copy of that, if she would put it in her radio. Does she have a radio? Was it Kurlos who didn't have a radio? I don't remember. I legitimately don't remember, but I'm pretty sure it was Kurlos that didn't have a radio. So I should probably give him a radio. Even if he has a radio, radios are just safe. Just putting stuff away. There we go. Right, let's see here. I could give him the super toilet. Let's give him the gold stereo. Dang it. Star Trek is also full of a lot of, like, inconsistencies and unbelievabilities. Like, it's why, as much as how everything is considered, the TV show is considered alpha canon. It is the stuff that is properly, this is canon. And anything past that is basically beta canon. I'm in the camp of not everything the show says is canon. I say this because, okay. Voice crack. In multiple occasions, they made mention of their various ship weapon ranges, or gave rough ideas as to the weapon ranges. And in some of those cases, their weapons range was, like, ludicrous. Like, 600,000 kilometers kind of ludicrous. And in other cases, they couldn't shoot from, you know, a habitable planet to its sun. Not even to, like, directly to the sun. A distance between, you know. And in other cases, they could shoot that exact distance. And, like, it basically, weapons range is whatever the plot dictates weapons range needs to be. And then anytime you see ships in combat, they're almost right on top of each other. Leading me to feel that the Star Trek Online 10-kilometer weapon range is probably fairly accurate. Adding to that, their targeting computers are not perfect by any means. Yet at sometimes they are. I prefer to believe that they're not, you know, infallible things, given, you know, it's, it seems to be a common thing for the Federation to use small craft in addition to their larger ships, which makes sense, especially where, you know, in universe they're putting basically the same weapons on these smaller ships, but the smaller ships are, you know, more maneuverable and undoubtedly cost less and take less time to build, and I have only found 2 fossils. This is taking a while. And, like, if targeting computers were, like, pinpoint accurate all the time, then that wouldn't be feasible. You would literally anything but the absolute largest, bulkiest of ships would be impractical. So, clearly that can't be the case. As much as, you know, some parts of Alpha Canon make it seem like it is the case, and some parts don't. Fuchsia, have you seen any fossils? Fuchsia wants something. Hey, do you want my gently used fan palm? Friend of mine from back home. He had to close up his shop, so I took a bunch of his stuff off his hands. How about it? For free, of course. Seems legit. Really? I mean, thanks. This will really help me out. Yeah, this is great. Man, my place was looking like a warehouse. Thanks again, sister. I'm suspect of this, but I will not look the gift horse in the mouth. I still don't know what that phrase really, like, means. Like, I get it's, like, not taking a gift for granted or whatever, but, like, I don't understand why that's of the phrase. I am not seeing these fossils. And I'm pretty sure I've been basically everywhere. And like, I've been looking. I'm just not seeing. I think I'll just go with I only have 2 today. Unless I end up finding the others while doing other stuff. I don't know. Let's come get our coffee. Yeah, I quite enjoy Star Trek, as you might be able to guess. And I'm also not one of these Star Trek fans, because there are some of them, and I don't begrudge anyone that's actually like this. I'm fine with the later series changing how the universe, how Starfleet was. And what I mean by later series, I mean like Deep Space Nine. I don't mean Discovery or Picard. Avoid those shows, really. They're both bad. Discovery, because it absolutely destroys the canon. Starfleet magically has advanced technology that they then immediately forget about, apparently. The Klingons look completely different, and then suddenly look completely different again, and they try to argue this as, oh, it's a part of the virus that the Klingons have. Well, not the virus, the genetic mutation that caused them to go from original series Klingons to TNG era Klingons, where they went from just dudes in vests to actually looking kind of alien-like. But I don't see where becoming what they become in Discovery is any part of a natural evolution to, you know. And, like, Discovery would have been fine. Even with their design change to the Klingons, which I don't like. I don't like what they did to the Klingons. They would have been perfectly fine, and I probably would have watched the show and had no problems with it, if they simply hadn't tried to insert it into the timeline pre-original series. Or, wait, no, it's just past original series, but before TNG. There's literally like a 50-year gap in there, 40, 50-year gap in universe. That's where they decided to put their series, rather than just putting it at the end. You know, making it happen like 20 years after the events of DS9. Ta-da! Problem solved. Like, that would have immediately solved basically all of their problems. Because they could have then argued that, yeah, the Klingons looking different by a lot, looking like a completely new species. That's because of the, you know, the genetic problems they're having. You know, they could explain all of the continuity issues away too, because it's post-Dominion War. Because one of the biggest continuity issues is one of the main things from Star Trek Discovery is the spore drive. Basically, the ability to just teleport your ship to another part of space, like, instantly. Don't you think that when the Federation were fighting the Dominion, a galactic power that was threatening to eradicate them, they would have dug the spore drive out of mothballs, even though it was dangerous to use, because the alternative was everyone dying or being enslaved? Cannons much like toaster, they're like toasters, though bread is bad for cannons. Have we gotten this one before? That sounds familiar. And I mean, like, let's see here. It's a Bill Blaster. Okay, yeah, we have had a Bill Blaster before. Like, they try to argue this away in universe, saying that, like, oh, well, the Spore Drive's just too dangerous, and that's why they even stop using it for the most part in Discovery. But that's the thing. Like, the whole thing is like, oh, if they keep using the Spore Drive, then it'll basically destroy warp travel. Like, it'll like destroy the galaxy kind of deal. But that's the thing. If the alternative is complete eradication of all, you know, the Starfleet, which, you know, the Federation, which includes so many different species, it's kind of ludicrous. The Klingons, the Romulans, don't you think it might be time to dig it out of mothballs and make use of it? At least for, you know, a couple uses? To, like, let's say, you know, where the main founder, the main changeling of the Dominion is at this exact moment. Using a Spore Drive to basically jump to that exact location, assassinate them, and then jump away. You know, it's that sort of thing that's like, really, guys? I'm gonna sell the Bill Blaster, because like I said, we have one. I'm 90% sure we have one. Otherwise, we'll probably get another one, so. And, like, that's ignoring that, like, they use time travel like it's nothing. Which, again, like, I get the temporal prime directive exists, but I almost can't help but feel that given the temporal prime directive is seemingly a very human-run initiative, that humans might look the other way. You know. Where's Carlos? There he is. Hey, my man, I got you a stereo. It's made of gold. You like? Oh, hey, I see a fossil. Oh, I feel like I've seen this somewhere before. Oh, that's right. I have this exact piece in my room already. Oh. Okay. Sorry, Carlos. Found a fossil. Could swear I looked right there, but... It's the problem with the trees being the way they are. I do have another idea. And we need to head back up here to identify this fossil. And my other idea was in TIY. So, it works. But yeah, like, I don't even want to get started on Picard. Like Star Trek Picard. It's not a good show. Just don't. Even if you were a fan of TNG, just don't. But yeah, I want to get him the Newton's Cradle. An executive toy. This is just going to put us closer to the museum. Though, the loading screen is going to mean this takes longer. I should have thought of that. I'm not very smart. I'm also getting pretty tired. Though I probably won't sleep for a while, because Sapphire's been having a rough day, and I want to make sure that she's okay before I go to bed. Because that's just how I am. As much as this probably isn't a shock to anybody with, you know, given I've not exactly hidden that I have low self-esteem. I definitely view her as more important than I. So, You know? I like to try to make sure she's fine, that she won't need me before I go to bed. And even if I even think that she might, I'm gonna stay up. Just in case. I don't want to not be around when she might need me. I swear, if he has a Newton's Cradle and I just don't know about it. Okay. Attempt number 2. How about a Newton's Cradle? I will give you a fossil if... I see. So you decided to go with an executive toy, huh? Pretty stylish choice. Sure, so as soon as I get home. Oh, wait. I need to show my thanks for this, right? I don't think you liked it very much. A butterfly machine. Huh. I don't know what that is. Definitely gonna keep it. I was gonna, like, work on flower paths today, but we spent so long wandering around looking for the fossils, and I still haven't found one of them, that, like, it's already been 30 minutes. So it's already been a pretty long episode, and I am pretty tired. So, like, I'm gonna just start sitting here and not saying anything. And I know it. 3,000 bells. There's our Sahara funding back. Oh, we spent on Sahara back. I will say, though, I keep saying that. If any of you watching like sci-fi, like Star Trek is really nice. The first couple seasons of The Next Generation are kind of rough. And this is a controversial take, but those first couple seasons of The Next Generation are when Gene Roddenberry was still in pretty much complete control of everything. And that's why they are kind of rough. Like, Gene had a great universe. He made a great universe. But his views on how humanity would be... Wait, I want to see what that is. In the future are very idealistic and unrealistic. Yeah, let's put it in the basement. It'll be our basement decoration for now. Our silent, creepy basement. Oh, it's a exercise machine. Can I do anything? I can just sit on it. I mean, that's fitting for a basement. I didn't know what I was expecting a butterfly machine to be, but it was not that. Gonna be real. Because I don't know what I was expecting it to be. I'm not a fitness guy. If any of y'all have seen my streams, you know I'm not a fitness guy. Though my metabolism and body would work for it, but I like it. My phone just vibrated like I got a text, but I did not get a text. Okay. Got distracted by that. You know what? Let's end the episode up here. So I thank you all very much for watching. And hopefully I shall see you back here tomorrow for more Animal Crossing New Leaf Welcome Amiibo. See you all then. I guess we aren't ending right there. Hold on, Sky. I'm coming down. Hey, Sky. Yo, what's up? Sorry for dropping in unannounced, Dr. S. I hope it's alright. I mean, I was kind of in bed, just laying around, but yeah, it's fine, I guess. She's pretty nearby and thought I'd drop in and say hello. As it's fair. You like the dogs? You won't play them my Wii U. You can play the Wii U, I don't mind. I should actually move the Wii U. Of course, I brought you a candy. Hope it tastes as good as it looks. Oh, okay. That's... what? I thought that only happened around Halloween. The mini decoy just makes the whole room feel more festive. I absolutely love gyroids. Okay. I'm so confused why you're here. Cross not to go through your things. Someone did that to me once, so I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry. I think that was me. Like, I didn't know I'd go through your stuff by pressing A. It's alright if I take notes about your house today. Want to get some layout tips. You shouldn't. Make a dinkoid just makes the room feel more festive. I also absolutely love gyroids. Let's stare at this dog. Well, I should get going. Taking enough of your time. Thanks for chatting with me.